I was talking to a friend about fear and fear of failure, particularly, and sometimes I articulate things in a really nice way, and I'm like, I should kind of write that somewhere. I should record it. I was saying that, like there are two types of failure, in my opinion. There's a type of failure that I call spectacular failure, and then there's a dumb failure. Spectacular failure is like a rocket ship exploding in midair with the team that built it, crying and being really sad. At the same time, they know that they really want to try again. It was a failure, they failed, but it's a failure that was really spectacular, that gets them more ideas, more resources maybe, and more energy to continue working. And I think it's important to think about failure in that way as a founder, and remember that venture capital and startups are the sort of game that if the more afraid we are, the lower our chance of success will be. This is true both for founders and for investors as well. If you're an investor and you hear some young PhD or two of them are like, hey, we want to raise money to build a satellite internet company just like Starlink, but we want to build it out of Asia. You may be like, wow, that's, if it works out, that sounds like, it could have a crazy market share in a market that's just about to explode. But like, if it fails, could I get fired? Could my LP fire me for hiring in like something so wild? But if you invest in 100 people like that, and 100 companies like that, and just one of them turns out to succeed, then you're probably good. So the more afraid you are as an investor, the less likely you are to have any exciting exit. You will really be in a game of trying to prove to your LPs in the market that, oh, you know what? Yes, I failed in all these investments, but at least I failed in the way that everyone else failed. So you're either playing that game or you're trying to, benefit from the power law. And as a founder, if we're the more afraid we are, I think the less likely we are to win. The people who've invested in our companies, part of the reason they invested in us is that we are the most cracked person they could find, the most intense, obsessive, ambitious, and smart people that they could find, who are fearless when it comes to pursuing the sort of stuff that we pursue. And we're very high energy and always going at it. And the time to suddenly become afraid is never like now. And another thing that I was saying to my friend was that, and this is a note to self as much as it's something that I said to my friend, is that our fears upgrade as we progress throughout different stages of our company. So we may have a set of fears today. It may take us 3 months, 6 months, maybe weeks, maybe usually months to get used to them and be able to get a hang of them. Then the company goes one stage further, and now we have a whole new set of fears for which we may or may not be prepared at all. So it's important to, like, whenever we feel too much fear, in a sense that it's interfering with our decision making, I think it's important to take a step back and be like, let's write down the list of the fears that we have right now. Talk to a few friends or a close friend, ideally a founder friend, and be like, yeah, just hear me out. And this is something that I do from time to time. It still takes me a while to catch myself, but I think I've certainly become better at it now compared to maybe like 3-4 years ago when I started. And yeah, I thought this is something that might be useful to a lot of founders out there who are doing their best, but at the same time, I know you may be afraid, what if I fail? How will the people around me feel? How will the customers feel, the team feel, and so on? Today, I'm lucky that I'm not in the zone where I'm feeling the fear. I feel like I'm kind of on top of my fears for the current stage. And I have a really exciting launch coming up, which is kind of scary, but I think I'm going to hack my brain to be excited about it. But yeah, since I'm feeling good, I thought maybe I would share this good state with you all as well, in case you're scared shitless. Don't be. You're doing fine. Yeah, was there anything else? No, that's pretty much it.